The Barossa Valley in South Australia is one of the most famous wine regions in the entire world, and today we are taking you guys along on a ride with us by good old pedal power. So definitely one of the best things about camping, and especially South Australia, is we found there's a lot of these day use areas that have got like picnic tables and free toilets,
barbecue places.
Yeah,
some have showers.
Yeah, and it's really good. I mean, they even say like, oh, no camping overnight or anything like that, but there's a van just behind me. I'm pretty sure they're camping because they're all blacked out and that. And we've done it before as well. All you need to do really is arrive last thing at night when it's pitch black, and make sure you're away first thing in the morning, and you can probably get away with it. So we're just gonna chow down into our breakfast and then hit the road out of here. Place in the middle of the wine.
Yeah, he hasn't drank any yet, by the way, just in case you were wondering.
Just thinking about all the wine over the drink. And of course the one place that we're actually going to go into in the town of Tanunda is this sweet shop.
Obviously, how could you miss it out?
#1 tourist attraction in Barossa. We're just in talking to the visitor centre, right in the middle of Barossa. It's called the Barossa Visitor Centre in Tanunda. And they recommended that we go and rent some bicycles. We're going to go and check them out now. And from here we're going to head up to Greenock, where there's a free camping. Actually, we were looking on the Wiki Camps, which is the app we use, and there was no free camping anywhere in the region. So they very kindly suggested that we go to Greenock Oval, which is $5 per night, pitch up there, and there's a nice little circular route there where we can go and check out some wineries, cycle around, do some tasting. And there's even a brewery, which was which made me very happy. We're going to check out the bikes now and see what we can find there. So got a lot of choice of bikes. You see any? How about we get that one, and you can sit in the back and I'll cycle you around.
That sounds perfect.
We should try and see if there's a tandem bike.
Oh.
or sit in that. Yeah, you could sit in that. Get in there. Let's see if you fit.
That'll be my new throne. No, sit in that.
Yeah, you should definitely sit in there, and that can be your new throne, and we'll go and get you 2 bottles of wine so you can do wine hands. So we've just picked up our cute little bikes. I think it was $44, and it's midday now, and that will take us through until 10:30 tomorrow morning. And here he comes on another cute little bike. Love it. Alright,
So
no missing
cute.
us.
No missing us.
Blue and a bright yellow.
I know. So how much was that? It was $44.
It's $44.
And that's getting
It
us.
says all day, so it's midday now. They said that we could bring it back at 10:30 the next day. And most wineries seems to shut about 5 o'clock, so we're going to boost through to Greenock, set up the camper van and all that, and then go off on the bikes. Hopefully we can get a few hours today. So it's quite good value, $44 for 24-hour bike hire. So especially if you are going to do that, try and get here earlier than we did. Get here for 9 o'clock and then rent it all day.
Yeah.
You should be able to drop off the next day. That's good. Where else is there? Everywhere here's honestly.
Under
Grab over here, please. Try opening your door. A little bit.
This is how we test our levels.
A little bit. That's a little bit. So we just pulled up at the Greenock Oval. It's actually a really popular campsite. It seems we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other people camping. Bad thing is, during cricket season, which is now I think is between October and March, you can't camp down beside the Oval, which seems to be the only flat area around the entire place. the person up there is going to be sleeping standing up because we're on a giant slope, and we don't have anything to secure the tyres. But I think we've managed to find kind of a flat, reasonably flat area around here. So we're going to get the bikes out, set the van up for when we get back, and then we're just going to go and explore on our bikes, which is very exciting because it's been months since the last time we went cycling.
I know, it's been a while now, hasn't it?
So let's go.
That's them in there. Hopefully not ruining any of that new kitchen.
So we're getting set up. Gemma's making us up some lunch so we're not going touring on an empty stomach. Don't catch you with your mouth full. What are the chances of that? Big cheese mouth. Making us up some cheese toasties. Ah!
What a bit?
Can I get a bit of that? Yeah, it goes a bit. Oh. The best. So first stop, we're at the Kalesk Wine. It's right in the city, right in the town centre, Greenock. And apparently it's a really good eco-friendly one because of the practices they use and all that. But the weather today is sunshine and then clouds, and I'm dying.
Me too. I can't make my mind up whether I'm cold or warm. I'm roasting right now. Australian sun is just so strong, isn't it?
I've never actually done a wine tasting before, so I'm not sure how it works. We're going to go in and hopefully get some free samples and learn a bit about how they're eco-friendly.
That's not you, that's not you. You never put me in the rear view. I wouldn't be the same without you. So I thank you, I thank you. You never put me in the rear view.
It's not dry at all, is it?
You've been with me all along, all along, always on my side. You've never gone. You've been with me all along, and you've been holding on for so long. Where the others would be gone, you stayed with me all along.
So we just went to the first place, Kalesk Wines, which is just down the road from our campsite in Greenock. And now we are at Murray Street Vineyard, and we just got told the sun's come out. Finally, we thought it was going to be raining all day.
I know,
but
look at this weather.
cleared. We're going to sit outside and do some wine tasting here. We've already been sold in a bottle at the other place, which we might go back and pick up there. Unless they can out beers here. This is just absolutely gorgeous.
Look at that scenery.
We were saying this is dangerous that we've only heard about this now because we've been doing this every single day. You just cycle around and get free wine. It's amazing.
It's great.
You and the city trying to convince me not to leave, but the feeling it's giving me, there's no turning back, cause I'm in too deep and I'm so alive with you next to me. You and the city.
So that was a long cycle to the next stop. It was uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill. The next one's Whistler's Walks. It's just as we come back round on the loop back to Greenock. And this one's a much bigger one. It's actually got some animal enclosures. It's a much more family friendly vibe. It's pretty chill compared to the other places which were just like really small things.
Yeah.
So hopefully we've got a big wine menu. We're going to go and refresh after that hard cycle.
Yeah.
So the most amazing thing about the wineries in this region is just how many there are and how different they all are. The lady in there just said there's over 100 different in the actual Barossa Valley itself. So how do you decide what ones you're going to go to? We're basically just visiting the ones that are accessible by bike or in the Greenock area. However, we're getting closer and closer to the Seppels field because people keep saying, oh yeah, visit this one, oh yeah, visit this one. So we're going to go to another one which apparently has over 100 different varieties of rosé. Anyway, back to this one that we're at just now, which is
Whistler
something. And it's got its own rescued kangaroo sanctuary as well, so it's got a huge play area for kids and everything. It's like a small cottage, very family friendly, and it's got loads for kids to do. And it's also got rescued kangaroos.
Some orphaned kangaroos over there sunbathing in the sun. You used to be able to access through this gate, I'm pretty sure, because I'm sure this place is somewhere that I came about
5 years ago.
It must have been about 7 years ago now. We were here 5 years ago, so possibly about 7 when I was here with my family. And you used to be able to go in, and I actually had some photos chilling with these kangaroos, or maybe different kangaroos, but now it's not accessible and you can only see them, if I can see them at all.
So we just finished off the day, probably about midway through the Greenock route.
Yeah.
But we ran out of time, yeah, because we didn't start until about 2 PM and everywhere in Barossa shuts at 5 PM. So I would suggest that you start it a little bit earlier, probably about 10.
Yeah,
or
it
11.
takes longer to get around them than you think. Like
Yeah.
we planned to get a lot more wineries in. I would say we were in them for at least half an hour.
Yeah, 'cause everyone-
close to an hour.
Yeah, everyone talks about the different varieties, they ask you where you're travelling to. It's all like really friendly and like, you feel really welcome in each one. So plan a little bit longer.
And they're all so good. I don't think I've tasted one wine on this whole tour that we've done that I haven't liked.
And it's just a beautiful region to actually cycle around. But anyway, our plan now is we're going to cycle back to Greenock, maybe head up the tavern and settle in for the night. And we're going to drive back to Tanundon tomorrow morning and check out the rest of the wineries. Possibly not drinking as much because we're going to be driving, or anything because we're going to be driving. But we're going to go and pick up our favourites anyway.
Yeah.